Thanks for joining this video stream. And in this video stream, we are going to learn more about Linux. And this course is specifically for developed for Linux for DevOps and platform engineering. And why Linux? So I found this nice quote on the internet that says the operating system with a clue. That is command line user environment, right? So everything will be based on the commands. So what would be the course sections that we'll be studying? So this particular course would be mostly hands-on, and I have segregated all the topics into weeks. So as you can see, in week 1 we are going to cover the introduction to Linux. Week 2 would be around system administration. Week 3 would be around advanced command line options. And in week 4 we'll be discussing about Linux security, and week 5 will be discussing about the troubleshooting aspect of the Linux. So the next slide shows what we are going to cover in details. So in the introduction to Linux, we are going to cover like basic command line skills. So this course is basically for a newbie or a person who doesn't know what Linux is. We'll see the package management, how to install and remove the packages, how to upgrade the packages. We'll see the users and permissions, like managing the file ownership and the access. In week 2, we'll be learning more about system administration. In that, we'll learn about process management, like viewing and controlling the processes. Then we'll learn about service management, that is starting, stopping, and managing those services. And the important aspect that we are going to study is networking, because as you know, like internet works on networking. So understanding IP addresses, networking protocols, and network tools, that's what we are going to cover in week 3. Now in week 3, we are going to look more on the shell scripting and advanced command line options that we can do, because shell scripts are necessary. Those are like a program that automates the day-to-day task that the system administrator has to do. And those are really useful as we go along, so you will understand that. Then we'll see how to check for the regular expressions using like searching a specific pattern, or manipulating the text, something like that. We'll again look at few more tools like grep, sed, awk, and other to process the text file. In the week 4, we are going to study about the security, and this is one of the reasons why people use Linux. So we'll learn about security based practices, like how we can use the firewalls and how we can encrypt something in the Linux. In week 5, which is the most important week of all, because since we have gathered knowledge during our course, so it's opportunity to apply that knowledge into a real life scenarios. So there will be more scenarios. We'll be discussing, and we'll see how we can debug those issues using tools and strategies and troubleshoot that issue on your Linux system. Then we'll again discuss about log files, so that we understand where to find the hints if something goes wrong. And at last, we will discuss some common errors, so that we are familiar with those errors and we are better to troubleshoot those errors. So that's all the course outline is. And about us, this is another nice quote: the more you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. So about us, we are ThinkCodes, and this is the contact information for if you have any questions, any doubts, and all the materials will be uploaded on the site link that is given in this URL. So that's all, guys. Thanks for joining.